I notice the moment I step through my parents' front door that something is off, the air charged like the stillness before a storm. Mom's smile stretches unnaturally wide as she takes my coat. Dad's handshake feels rehearsed, and my sister Autumn nearly vibrates with anticipation. "Sierra, honey, so glad you made it," Mom says, guiding me with a hand pressed firmly against my back into the dining room where the table gleams with crystal, china, and fresh flowers, every detail painstakingly arranged. I slip into my usual seat across from Autumn, whose grin looks like the one she wore as a child when she knew I was about to sit on her hidden whoopee cushion. Dad carves the roast beef, Mom passes potatoes, but my eyes fix on the manila folder tucked beside Dad's plate. My stomach tightens. Mom asks about my clinic with false cheer, while Dad's eyes flick toward the folder, Autumn smirking as if she knows the punchline. The pieces click together too late. "Sierra," Dad says, his fork clinking down, "we've been thinking about the future of your clinic." Mom chimes in smoothly, "Family businesses need family management." Autumn straightens proudly. "I've worked up a business plan. I'll be your practice manager. You can focus on patients, I'll handle the rest. Just 25% of profits." My pulse hammers. This isn't dinner, it's an ambush. Memories crowd in. Double shifts in a hospital cafeteria, ramen dinners, $187,000 in student loans, helping Autumn through college while I barely scraped by. "I already have a clinic manager," I say evenly, but Mom waves it off. Autumn's the people person. I remember differently. Unauthorized discounts, chaos at the front desk, weeks of damage control. I nod toward the folder. Dad slides it over, smiling smugly. "It's all drawn up by my attorney. Just needs your signature." Autumn claps her hands, already planning office redecorations. My hand rests on my briefcase. "Before we discuss this further, there's something you should see." I unlock it, the sound like a gunshot. Dad's confidence falters as I lay out documents. 3 weeks ago, I signed a management services agreement with Colorado Healthcare Partners. They handle all administrative operations now. Dad frowns, reaching for the paper. "You can't make decisions without family." "Actually, I can," I reply, sliding another document. "No family members in management without unanimous board approval. That board is me and 2 CHP partners." Autumn flushes crimson. "You did this on purpose." "I made a business decision," I answer, pulling out patient complaint forms from her disastrous stint at my clinic. The thick stack speaks for itself. Scheduling errors, unauthorized discounts, billing mistakes. "Everyone makes mistakes," Mom protests softly. "These weren't learning mistakes." I stand, towering over them. "They were careless, entitled mistakes." Another paper details $42,000 in free treatments for my family. Dad's rotator cuff rehab, Mom's plantar fasciitis, Autumn's vacation massages, while I lived off ramen and slept on treatment tables. The silence stings sharper than their words ever did. "I worked double shifts to help Autumn's education while you claimed you couldn't afford both. I slept on clinic tables when I couldn't pay rent." My phone buzzes, a text from my clinic manager. "Did you tell them yet? My support system is real now, not this family performance." Dad's tone softens into business negotiation.
"Fine.
20%, a trial period." I snap my portfolio closed. "My clinic isn't your piggy bank. It's my career." Mom clutches her throat, whispering, "I never thought you'd put business before family." I meet her eyes steadily. "I'm putting boundaries before exploitation." Autumn shoves back her chair, accusing me of dramatics. I raise a brow. "When did you support me?" "At graduation, when Dad took pictures of you in my cap. Or when Mom told people I was just the medical person at my own clinic opening." The memories erupt like air bubbles. My 12th birthday when Autumn got a bike and I got a card, the valedictorian speech my family missed for her sniffles, the clinic ribbon cutting they left after 15 minutes. Dad rises, trying to loom like he once did. "You've changed. Success has made you cold." I don't flinch. "Success made me visible, and you don't know what to do with a daughter you can't ignore." I lift my briefcase, lighter than I imagined. Starting next month, family treatments will be billed at standard rates. Charity is for those who need it. not those who refuse to pay. Behind me, Mom gasps, Dad curses, Autumn sobs, but their noise no longer tethers me. I step into the night air, my phone buzzing with another message from my team. We're all here for you. And for the first time, I believe it. That night, alone in my apartment, memories replay. The card on my 12th birthday, Autumn's gleaming bicycle weeks later, my parents clapping while I snapped her pictures. My graduation honors ignored, my scholarship certificates gathering dust at home while I worked cafeteria shifts. Autumn waving across the quad at PT school graduation before stealing my cap for Dad's photos. Their absence at every milestone, their presence only for hers. I ate instant noodles while wiring her money, while they bought her cars. My business loan rejected without a cosigner as they funded her lifestyle. I slept on treatment tables under fluorescent lights, still building healing hands from nothing. When it finally opened, they spared 15 minutes between Autumn's bridal shower and dinner. It's nice, Mom said absently. Like a real doctor's office. Dad dismissed my credentials with a shrug. It's always about people, not degrees. Then Autumn nearly wrecked the place, giving friends discounts, canceling appointments, stuffing insurance forms into drawers. I stayed late, calling patients one by one to salvage trust. That summer nearly broke me, but it also taught me everything: patience, persistence, precision. When the insurance rep threatened rejection, I handed her annotated protocols, every code cross-referenced. You did this yourself? She asked, impressed. 3 days later, every claim was approved. Referrals grew. The first profitable month arrived after 2 years of grinding alone. I stared at the numbers, silent in my clinic, and realized invisibility had been my weapon. My family saw only Autumn's charm. I built in the shadows. My team, Ellie, Carlos, the night crew who ordered pizza while fixing mistakes, believed in me. They stayed late not out of obligation but loyalty. Slowly, Healing Hands became a family unlike the one I'd left behind. When Denver Rehabilitation called to discuss partnership, we celebrated with grocery store cake and plastic cups. 9 of us crowded in, toasting to possibility. That night, I lifted my first business license, tracing its seal, realizing what they never gave me. I built myself. 6 weeks after that explosive dinner, I sit in my corner office, Denver's skyline stretching beyond the glass. My desk faces the treatment floor instead of the view, where Meredith patiently guides a stroke patient through exercises. We've expanded from 3 rooms to 15, from me alone to a team of 15 therapists, every dollar saved reinvested in patient care. The old Healing Hands sign hangs on my wall, salvaged as a reminder of beginnings. My phone buzzes, Mom again. I silence it without looking. Her calls have become routine, alternating between guilt trips and thinly veiled business pitches. Yesterday, Autumn appeared at the clinic waving a folder of marketing ideas requiring her full-time employment. Mark at the front desk followed protocol, seated her in the waiting room, and called me, but I didn't interrupt my patient session. That evening, I drafted an email to my family, precise and final. No family employment or management input. All services billed at standard rates. Business discussions confined to my team. Personal relationships may continue, but only separate from the clinic. My finger hovers over send when Carol, my manager, enters with coffee. She shows me a post from Mom's Facebook, a photo from my clinic's opening, captioned, "So proud of my daughter Sierra's vision. Family business." I click send. They've never contributed $1 or an hour, yet they market my work as theirs. The community has begun noticing the discrepancy. Dr. Reynolds, a key referral source, mentioned it last week, praising me for acknowledging my team instead of bragging about heritage. His words reminded me why I built this place differently. Our scholarship fund for PT students from disadvantaged backgrounds, dismissed by my mother as wasteful charity, launches next semester. When Carol hands me a tear-stained note from Mom begging for a family meeting, followed by Autumn's text, "Miss you, sis. Can we talk?" I tuck them into my desk with the others. When they're ready to relate without exploitation, I'll listen. Until then, my priority is protecting what I've built. 2 weeks later, I choose neutral ground, Cornerstone Cafe. I arrive early, arranging my leather portfolio with meticulous care, evidence of years of sacrifice and manipulation organized inside. When my parents and Autumn walk in, coordinated like a united front, Mom's smile freezes as she hugs me awkwardly. Dad insists family matters should be private, but I correct him. This concerns my business. Autumn launches into a polished new proposal, her tablet glowing with social media plans and corporate outreach. I sip my coffee slowly before opening my portfolio. The Hendersons congratulated me on our family partnership, I say evenly. They seemed surprised when I told them, "You weren't part of my clinic." I slide printed screenshots of their Facebook posts across the table, along with messages from acquaintances misled by their claims. Mom stammers about pride, Dad tries to deflect, but I press on, producing Dr. Reynolds' email about Dad contacting him for partnership opportunities. "You've been watching us," Autumn hisses. "I've been paying attention," I reply. "The same attention I gave patients while you told your friends they could get free treatments." Dad tries to regain control. "We're here to discuss Autumn's role." "She has no role," I say calmly. "Neither do you or Mom." I slide another spreadsheet across the table. $42, $735 in free treatments provided to them, $16,450 in loans to Autumn, unpaid. Autumn sputters. "You said those were gifts." "I said we'd figure it out later." "It's later." Dad accuses me of coldness. I remind him of missed graduations, dismissive comments, their absence at milestones. These are my terms. My business decisions are mine alone. Services billed at standard rates. Stop describing yourselves as partners. Mom whispers through tears, "You can't mean this. We're family." I meet her eyes. Family respects boundaries. Family celebrates achievements instead of claiming them. Dad mutters they never thought I'd succeed alone, exposing the truth at last. Autumn breaks, bitterness pouring out. "You get everything, the respect, the title, the business. What about me? I'm stuck in a cubicle while you play hero." I stand, portfolio snapping shut. "I built everything while supporting you all. I'm done being invisible." I leave exact change for my coffee and walk out without looking back. 1 year later, I stand at the window of my expanded clinic, the Denver skyline bathed in gold. Patients fill the waiting room, now adorned with community service awards and a 2-month waiting list. I greet Mrs. Abernathy for her final session, teasing that her dedication made the miracle possible. As I guide her through exercises, my reflection in the mirror shows softer shoulders, confidence replacing defense. Later, I welcome new graduates to my mentorship program, teaching them the most vital lesson: know your value and demand respect for it. Our pro bono program now serves 15% of patients, not as a burden, but as purpose. My phone buzzes, Mom's email, photos of her volunteer work, small but genuine steps. Autumn sends word of her new job, no ties to my clinic, the exclamation points gone. Some wounds are healing, some remain. That evening, I join my chosen family at Leah's home, laughter and shared dishes filling the room with the warmth my parents' house never held. Melissa raises her glass. "To Sierra, who taught us that standing your ground isn't selfish, it's necessary." Applause surrounds me, and I think of scholarships, workshops, new programs waiting to launch. Later, on the porch, the mountains stand steadfast in the dusk. "You look peaceful," Leah says. I smile. I am. I finally understand I can heal others without sacrificing myself. Tomorrow I'll treat patients who look me in the eye and say thank you, and I'll know I am seen. I breathe deeply, whispering into the night, "I'm Sierra Bennett, and I heal people who value the healing."